stuff a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Adam Humphries on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is Derrick Henry. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Here's Brissett. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
For the extra point.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Is good.
Come on, let's go.
Makes the score Colts 7, Titans nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
There's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Ball carrier.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's a gain of 7.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
To number 41. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Titans nothing.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Running from the gun with Henry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Jeff Swaim.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the Titans first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
49-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it'll be 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Cut.
Brissett sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson to return. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Colts 21, Titans nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check three, check three, check three. 54.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Exit, exit. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, check, 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 check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike, let's go. Go, go, go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check, check, check. Tight right, tight right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Off play action, Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Jackson. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10.
15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Corey Willis. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Brissett now. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They give to Taylor out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. The 40, 20, 10.
This is too easy right
And he
here.
will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21. Titans 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. taken in the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
For a Colt.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At the 41-yard line.
Kill.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Daquan Jones on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
That's good.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1st and 10.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. First down, Brissett. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He finds Corey Davis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Darrington Evans, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play fake, Brissett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up
from the 35 on 2nd down. Tannehill. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
First down.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long.
54's mark. Check, walk 54.
Out of his end zone, Brissett looking for Campbell down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagna, a little extra.